So in 2025, I decided to do a no buy year. And before anybody asks, no, I was not in any big debt. I was not in any financial crisis. It was my decision was not only because of money. In fact, I have always been good with money. So even if I'm spending, I know I'm spending from my disposable income. I am doing a good long term investments, and I do budgeting, and I more or less track my spending. So uh, it was for me. It was more than about saving money. It was more about changing my mindset around buying, about consuming. So, why did I do no buy 925? Just because you are financially responsible doesn't mean you are not buying things which you don't need. Especially, it was true for me. Um, and buying for me, yes, I was not spending more than I can, but I was buying stuff for no real reason, or sometimes reasons which are preconceived in our mind, which are not really a reason. I'll cover some topics later in the video, but one of the example which comes into my mind right now is if as a society we have been it has been normalized that if you are going on a vacation you need to have a whole new wardrobe. You need to follow some kind of aesthetic, you need to follow some kind of trend. That's not necessarily true. At least I didn't want it to be in that kind of trap. I wanted to consume what I already have in and if I really need something, there has to be a proper wait period, or if I can avoid it altogether. And I think last year I proved it to myself that yes, it can be avoided. Why I actually did it, how it all started. So in 2023, I was traveling. I think I was traveling. I was coming back from India to Netherlands, and at airport I bought a very cute jacket. So I saw a jacket. On a manicure, and I really liked it. And because I was at the airport, there was no constraint on weight or anything, so I bought this jacket. I came home, I unpacked it, and I put it into a closet. And this is around, I think, November, December. So this was the peak of winters. And I think, in March, around March, I was cleaning my closet and I saw this jacket. And in from November to March, which is a peak winter season in Netherlands, I didn't even take off the tags. So it really showed me that I bought something which I never used, and I could have avoided it if I wouldn't have been in that at that airport that time. I wouldn't have bought it. So it gave me a kind of I was kind of surprised that this is happening. And then I decided, okay, for some time, it is 2024, yeah, for some time I will stop buying stuff for till my summer vacation. So we were going somewhere in summers, so I thought, okay, I'll stop buying anything till the vacation, and when my vacation is around, I'll buy whatever I need for the vacation. So till July I did not buy anything, so it was pretty okay. But in July, when I was planning for my vacation, I, as usual, I did some research. I was doing some inspiration on looking for inspiration on internet. So Pinterest, Instagram, I was looking everywhere, and I whatever I wanted, or I thought I need, I bought. So it for July, August, this vacation, we went on this vacation. We came back in August, and I was as I mentioned, I do budgeting quite regularly. So I was tracking my spending. I realized I spent 800 euros for that shopping trip. And this was not about spending money during the vacation. It was about spending money primarily on clothes, shoes, and bags for the vacation. So it's not a huge amount, but it was a big deal for me that I'm spending such a huge amount of money for one vacation. And I think 80% of what I bought, I didn't use it for next 1 year. It was, I came back from a vacation, and then we had autumn in Netherlands, and then all the summer vacation clothes were not being used. So and that gave me a kind of yeah, so that gave me a kind of shock that this is happening. um, and I was surprised, that this amount of money I'm spending for no reason at all. So I decided that time that okay, I will do a no buy year for next 1 year. Because if I do a short period of time no buy, it's not helping me, because if I didn't buy from March to July and then I bought 800 euros worth of stuff, it at the end it didn't help me. And again, it's not only about money, it's about those stuff which I carried at home. I Something I never used, and something I used once or twice at the max. So I wanted to avoid that. So I thought, okay, the short term no buy is not working, low buy is not working. So I decided, okay, in I think in November 2024, I decided for next 1 year I'm not going to buy anything. So for me, the no buy actually started in November 2024 till December 2025. So with that was my time frame of what when I did my no buy. Now coming to the anybody who does no buy, they have certain rules which they follow. So for me, first of all, this no buy was only for my personal item. It was not for my family, my husband, my daughter. It was not for my um, family expenses. So it was only for my personal item. So I'll go through the list of rules I made, which I've listed down here for so I don't forget anything. So the first rule, which was the most important for me, was no new clothes. I there's not going to be an exception on it. I already have enough. Um, no new cosmetics. I cannot buy any new cosmetics. I'll go through some exceptions, and in that exception, cosmetic is one of the categories. No new shoes or bags. No trend based purchases. No home decor if I don't have a place for it, and it is only for my purchases. So, for example, if me and my husband are out and he likes something, I'm not going to tell him not to buy it. He can buy if he wants. This no buy is it was only for me. So home decor, anything which I don't have a specific place for, I'm not going to buy. And the last was just because something is on sale, I'm not going to buy it. So there is no exception only because it's on sale. So that was my no buy rules. Now my exceptions. My exceptions are two categories. One was cosmetics. So if I finish something, I I I should be able to replace it. Um, I don't have duplicates of my cosmetics anyways, but yeah, if I finish something, I should be able to buy it. But I didn't buy anything because I didn't finish anything. Only there's only one type of lip gloss I use. So I had to purchase that, but apart from that, I didn't have to replace anything. So that was a good thing, but it was in my exception list. Second was craft supplies. Craft supplies was not in my list in the beginning when I started the challenge, but I added it later because when I made this challenge, I was not actively crafting or doing anything in that area. So that's why it was not on my list. But um, as as the challenge progressed and I started picking up more hobbies, I had to buy some supplies. So craft supplies is something which got added in the due course. Um, it I'll cover because I'll cover some pitfalls for me, which happened in the year. But yeah, craft supplies were in my exception list. Now, talking about how the year went, was it easy? Was it hard? I would say it was initially it was hard, as in you are breaking a habit. For example, I when I used to go to office, I during lunchtime, if I will just I'll take a walk outside, and if I get into a mall and I like something, it was easy for me to buy. Now with this, the walk is still there, the mall is still there. If For me, walking in that mall is very easy. So if you don't replace your existing habit with something, it is difficult. So I would say in beginning, it was really difficult till I had just the mindset that I have to, I don't want to buy anything, but my habits were still there. So my bad habits stack was still there. So so yes, initially it was hard, but in few months it was all right because then I realized, it's not healthy for me. I cannot just go to a mall. um, it's not going to be easy for me, so I just stopped doing it. Uh, I work in a beautiful area of Amsterdam. So if I'm walking, I don't have to walk to a mall. I can walk anywhere. So I switched my habit of going to a mall to going out next to a canal or next to a park or in a park to walk around after lunch. So I had to change I had to change my habits to support my this challenge. But after a while, it was not so difficult, and and also I started crafting, so I started sewing again. So sewing was one of my hobbies. I think 5 6 years back, I started sewing again. I picked up knitting. I picked up crocheting. So instead of buying something, I'm creating something. So if I'm going, so for example, if I'm going on a vacation, I do want to have certain look, then I should be able to create it with my existing cloth. If I can't create with my existing wardrobe, I should be able to make it. So that was my intention. And also, you have to find another thing to occupy your mind and your time. So for me, like I gave one example of walking, having a lunch walk from office. Also, if you are in a mall and you're just waiting for somebody, and you just walk around and without thinking, you buying stuff. If with this, if you have something, something to make, like if I'm knitting something, I always carry that knitting project with me whenever I go. And if I have to kill some time, I'm not going to a mall. I'll find a library, or I'll find a coffee house and sit there and knit. So I changed my habits, and after that, it was pretty easy for me to follow. Now, I will also talk about what I did end up buying um, uh, in the challenge, because yes, I'm not living under a rock. I do, sometimes it happens, life happens. So the very first thing I bought was this this right here, my new water bottle. So I had a water bottle which my daughter took. So anyways, I needed it, and but I use it every day. So it's not a purchase which I regret. It was pretty much needed. The second thing which I bought was my running shoes, and I'm so grateful for that. Um, I'm so happy with that purchase, because I had two running shoes a beginning of the year, um, but both of them gave up on me. I think in February somewhere, and I was still using them, but my feet, they were paining a lot. So my husband said, "No, it's not healthy." So I got rid of both of them, and I got a new one, and I'm so grateful that I took that decision. So the challenge is to not to make your life difficult. It is to support your life. So you have to decide what is best for you. So at that moment of time, I had to buy. I needed a running shoes, and I bought them. So I think the water bottle and my shoes, those two were purchases which was not in my exception category. Um, the craft supplies, they were in my exception category, but I think I kind of overdid in that department. I would like to improve on that this year. So it was in my exception category, but I think I could have avoided some things which I bought. But it's fine. I'm starting a new craft. I need tools for that. So not regret, but I need to learn some things moving forward. These three are the more, or I think these three are the only thing which I bought for myself. I did get a jacket, but my husband gifted it to me. So that's not. I would not add that here, because that's a gift. He bought it. I didn't buy it, or I didn't ask him to buy it. So that's not counted. Now, I think if I have to give advice on anybody who wants to do it in 2026, I have three main advices to follow. First is avoid window shopping. Um, what like I gave my case, my example already, that if you do window shopping, and if you don't have a strong willpower, it's going to be very difficult. And I'm a firm believer of, why do you want to make your life difficult if it's something you don't and if in some time you are strong enough to just to go and browse, not buy, go for it. But in initial period, I would say avoid it. No, avoid window shopping altogether, especially around sale season. Because if you do a window shopping and you see something on sale, it's a big trigger. um, the second category is kind of controversial, I would say. Avoid social influence. So, avo- change your search, or change the way you look at inspiration. Instead of looking at inspiration and how what new things you have to buy to achieve something, look for inspiration like, I already have this thing, how I can style it better. So avoid social influence. If you are in a no buy challenge, and if you follow 10 influencers who are pushing things on you, um, with good or bad intention, I'm not saying that everybody comes on your screen and gives you a bad advice. It's their life, it's their job, let's say. So if they are pushing you to buy something, it might be a very good product, but do you need it? You don't. So if if you want to avoid shopping, but you're still following 10 fashion influencers, it's not a good mix. You need to unfollow them for some time or block them, whatever works for you, but you need to be staying away from such kind of influence. um, third third is a little difficult because it's a kind of ironic things which we do. If we are sad, if something bad has happened, I'm not saying bad, but it's something which gets you down, like your boss yells at you, or you are stuck in traffic and you want to buy something, you want to do retail therapy to make yourself feel good. So and the other aspect is, if you're happy, if you're very happy, if you have an occasion like it's a birthday, it's an anniversary, or if some random reason you're going on vacation and you want to treat yourself and you buy stuff. So if you're sad, you buy stuff. If you're happy, you buy stuff. There is no balance. So when you treat yourself, if you want to treat yourself, think really, is it are you just treating for sake of treating yourself because the social norm dictates it, or you really want it, you really want this particular thing which you are buying as of now, or if in next 2 days you will forget about it. So I think, as far as challenge goes, if you want to do this um, a year-long challenge, having boundaries are very important. But if you want to just do a short-term fasting, I think being conscious, staying away from social media might help you. Um, with all said and done, I would definitely advise anything and everything you buy, even if you need it or you want it, it doesn't matter. It matters is that after 2 days or after 2 months, do you still want it? So think from that perspective before you buy anything. So it's not about depriving yourself, it's about thinking little long term than right now. With that, this was little different from my usual content. I generally make crafting content, but I made this because of this challenge my crafting habit started. So I wanted to talk about what I did. So if anything resonated with you in this video, or if you want to follow my journey, my crafting journey, um, do subscribe, because I have a huge list of things I want to make this year. Now, a big question: will I be doing No by 2026? Yes, absolutely. Like I said, my last year, the beginning was rocky, but at the end, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I think I've passed a point where now if I'm doing window shopping, I don't get tempted with it that easily. So a few days back, my daughter was meeting one of her friend in a mall. So I had to wait for her for a couple of hours in the mall, and I was just roaming here and there. I went to H&M, I went to Uniqlo, I went to, I think, Zara. I went to a lot of shops in the mall, but not once I got tempted to buy something. Yes, in Uniqlo, I got some inspiration in terms of what I want to make, but no, nothing. I didn't want to buy. I didn't buy anything. I was not even tempted once. So yes, I will be doing it again. I'm just making it a little stricter in terms of my craft supplies. My rules more or less remain the same. I will not be buying any clothes, any shoes, any bags, no cosmetic, no new cosmetic unless that's a replacement for something I got, something which got over. There is a new condition in my craft supplies. I will not buy any craft supplies or any yarn or fabric if I don't have a project in mind. I will only buy supplies if I know what I'm going to make right then. Because yeah, so craft supply was one of my things which I would not say failed, but yeah, I've collected so much of stuff. And um, I will make one more. I think I will make next video about it. So I have collected so much of fabric and things I need to repurpose. So for me, for this year, crafting supplies gets added in my no buy list. Apart from that, I think the apart from that, I think more or less everything remains same. So, will you be doing a no buy year or no buy month, or anything? If you do it, please let me know in comments. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. So, with that, thank you very much for watching. Do like and subscribe, and see you in next one. Bye bye.